Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are getting some much needed yard work done, and I wanted to bring you all along to give you that extra motivation to tackle your yard work as well. I am going to be sharing with you all these steps that I take to get my lawnmower and weed eater up and running. We're going to be pulling a lot of weeds, and we're also going to be trimming up some bushes around the front of the house. Just do a little bit of cleaning up around the house, the outside, and it's been long overdue. But first I went ahead and filled up the lawnmower with gas. I am using non-ethanol. That's just what I was told to use. I think it's supposed to keep it from getting gunked up. I don't know. I'm not an expert. That's just what I was told to use, so that's what I do. But I did also share with you, I did go ahead and push the button. I turned the key and pushed the button. It is a safety feature. It's for when you have the blades engaged. If you don't have that button pushed in and you go to put it in reverse, it will automatically cut the lawnmower off. Like I said, it's a safety feature. I just wanted to share that with you in case you're new to a riding lawnmower, which growing up we had a push mower, and man, is that a lot of work. I didn't mind it so much. I mean, yes, here and there, but just super thankful to have a lawnmower in general. I know with a push mower it would take me all day to cut all of this grass, and I'm just super thankful to have this run lawnmower. I've had it for a few years and it does give me a little bit of trouble trying to get it up and running. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let some music play and finish cutting up the grass. Okay, now we're in the front yard. I'm going to go ahead and real quickly get the grass cut. I, in a way, kind of wish I could cut grass as fast, but then I would also be a little terrified, especially going around in circles like I was around the trees and the bushes. But it would definitely cut the grass cutting time in half. That would be great. But now I'm going to go ahead and also cut the grass near the mailbox, and on this day the camera just does not do it any justice. It was cloudy, but it was so beautiful. The color of the blue in the sky, it was just beautiful. I loved it. But now I'm going to go ahead and share with you how I prep the weed eater, and I'm going to go ahead and let you know these clips are not in order of when I filmed it. I just thought this would make a little bit more sense, showing you how I put fresh string in the weed eater. It's actually, for my weed eater, it's actually kind of simple. Just make sure when you cut the string, I would prefer cutting the string a little longer than what you need. That way you can, if you want to, you can trim it up just a little bit and make it just the right length. You can always cut off the extra you can't add, so always keep that in mind. And then when you do cut the string, make sure you do it at an angle so it's easier to go through the weed eater. And now I am sharing with you how I prep the weed eater afterwards. You want to make sure you have gas in it, and then prime it. For mine, it's prime it 10 times. Put it in first gear, hold the throttle, and crank it 3 to 5 times. Then you're going to switch it to second gear. Once again, hold the throttle and crank it 3 to 5 more times. Then give it about 60 seconds or so and put it in third gear. And then you should, be able to crank it after about 3 to 5 times. I gotta say, I was really impressed with myself on this day. Usually I have a horrible time of trying to get this weed eater up and running. I usually have to have like my boyfriend or like a family member or somebody come and help me. I kid you not, I have the worst luck with this weed eater. But I finally got it up and running, and I just wanted to share this with you. I mean, on this weed eater, it does give me instructions, I didn't grow up weed eating. I did help cut grass here and there. Was not all the time. I'm not even going to act like I did. But when it comes to weed eater, I don't know much of anything. I just recently, I want to say the last year or two, I just recently started using the weed eater myself. I used to have like a friend come and cut grass for me. I mean, I would pay them here and there, whatever they, I mean, sometimes they wouldn't even make me pay. But it's just nice cutting grass by myself. And I just wanted to share this. If you're new at weed eating and cutting grass yourself, just, show you, especially if you're a woman, we got this, we can do this. It ain't nothing to get it done. If I can do it, you 100% can do it. You got this. So I just wanted to share with you that, those steps in case if you, like myself, like I said, it was just the last few years in my early 30s that I started, using a weed eater by myself. So, and here I am once again, putting in new string. And like I said, it's always best to have a little extra. That way, you can cut it down if needed. You can't add more. But, yeah, see the string is stuck in there. I am the worst at weed eating, I'm telling you. But to get it done, I go through a lot of string. I'm trying to do better with weed eating, but... And also, I would wear pants. Like, even wearing these leggings. I am a leggings girl through and through. I love wearing leggings. They're so comfortable. But I'm thinking about starting to wear pants because I'll have all kinds of stuff flying off and hitting my legs, arms, and everything. So, I have seen a few of, like, my neighbors wearing, like, these face, like, shields. The little plastic mask. And I'm like, that looks so weird. But now I'm like, that makes total sense why they do that. Okay, maybe that's something I need to look at. Look for myself. That would be great. But now, normally I do have my oldest, my son. He is about to be 16. I don't even want to talk about that. Where does the time go? But he does normally weed eat for me. It's just been really chaotic over here, busy between, their schooling and also me working more here lately. It's just, we're trying to get into a routine. It's very hard. But he does usually help with the weed eating. But on this day, I just wanted to go ahead and knock it out and just show you that us ladies can also get it done. And that by far is no diss to any man. We love you too. But sometimes, like myself, I just take a lot of pride in getting, especially yard work, doing the weed eating. And like I said, my son does help. He does majority of the weed eating. But I take a lot of pride in doing the yard work, and getting the house outside, especially looking nice. Not just doing the cleaning on the inside, but also just taking care of the outside. So, now weed eating, I enjoy weed eating. I know that sounds kind of crazy. I usually have my earbuds in and I'll listen to music and I'll just knock it out real quick. I love music. I am very much a music girly. I can listen to just about anything. I'm not real big on country. I will listen to it. I'm more older country, like 90s, early 2000s, and call me crazy. I do love like the oldies but goodies. That's what my mom, she listened to a lot, like Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Johnny Cash, who else? Possum, George Jones. Yeah, so I love the oldies and goodies, but today's country is hit or miss for me. I'm not going to diss it. I'm not knocking it by any means. If you love it, I love it for you. But yeah, I'm just not big into country these days. Here and there, I'll listen to a little bit. I try to listen to everything. I try to give it a chance. But yeah, I enjoy weed eating. Now, no, if I try to do it all in one day, the front and the backyard, I feel it for at least a week. It takes me a week just about to recover from doing all the weed eating. I don't know, it's just my arms. It hurts my arms. And it's not like a heavy, I think it's just awkward holding it, you know, and then, I don't know, it takes a toll on my arms. But, yeah, once I was finished with the weed eating, I'm going to go ahead and clean up around the front here. It's been long overdue trimming these bushes, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on that, I do believe. Is that what I started off? Yeah, okay. I did start off with trimming up the bushes, and then I'm going to end up cleaning up what all I trimmed off. Go ahead and get a pile, clean up all the weeds around here. And the ironic part about that one, I have a rose bush, but I think it's done for. Like I said, I think I've said it in the previous video, I'm not sure. I do not have a green thumb by far at all. My brother did growing up. I can't. I try. Like, I have good luck with some stuff. Like gardening, I had, well, except for this year. The squash did really good. I had a lot of squash, or was it squash? No, zucchini. I made a lot of zucchini bread, and yeah, delicious. 10 out of 10 recommend. If you've never made zucchini bread before, try it. Please, you will not regret it. Super delicious. That was pretty much it. I did have some tomatoes, but next year I'm just going to do the garden completely different. I'm going to get that weed barrier, that liner, the black liner. I'm going to get some of that. I'm going to, hopefully, fingers crossed, make a little fence to keep the rabbits out. That, oh my goodness, my worst enemies. The rabbits around here, and they are like multiplying. I'm like, go on somewhere else. Does anybody want a pet rabbit? Yeah, they just were coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, it's nice to know, I guess, in a way, that at least I was feeding their family. I joke, but yeah, they like destroyed my garden. And I got the little fake snakes to go out there. I was like, well, maybe that'll deter them from coming over into my garden. And I changed it every day because I know they're not dumb. They're smart. They're smart little cookies. So I kept moving the snakes around. I even had my little cement owl that I got from Dollar Tree for $3. I love that thing. It finally broke. I don't know what happened to it. Had it for years. But I even had that, and a little fox that lights up at night. It's a little solar panel. Yeah, nothing stopped them. They were just hungry rabbits. But yeah, I'm just going to do better with my garden next year. If you have any tips when it comes to gardening, let me know in the comments. I would very much appreciate it. I'm very much a newbie when it comes to gardening. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish up trimming up the bushes, and then I believe we're going to go ahead to the side of the house afterwards. Once I've cleaned up my mess. Yeah, my lovely mess over here. Get this all picked up, but we're going to go ahead and, I believe, start working on pulling up some weeds. My poor rose bush over here is not going to make it. All that's growing off of it is weeds. I don't know what's going on. am not a professional gardener. I can't even say that. But I don't know what to do. I there's a part of me that's like maybe I should go ahead and dig it up because it looks like it's not going to make it, and all it's growing off of it is a bunch of weeds. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, what do you think I should do? Should I dig it up and get a new rose bush? I love roses. I think they're so pretty. I did see at Ollie's they had the rose bush. I forgot which one it was, but they had the root for $2, and I was like, I should have grabbed them. I should be like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But I don't know. I always talk myself out of stuff. But now all that's growing over here are what I just recently found out were morning glories. That's what I 100% believe that they are, because I didn't know this. Little fun fact for you. I bought like 2 or 3 packets of morning glories from Dollar Tree, and I am not a flower expert, but turns out it's very much a vine type of flower. Yeah, I grew it in my planter out front, and it was nothing, to my surprise. It was nothing but a bunch of vines. I'm like, this is what's growing on my back porch and on the fence. You'll see here shortly. But I was like, the irony. On the packet it shows these really pretty blue flowers, and if you know me, then you know I love the color blue. That is by far one of my favorite colors. My favorite color. But I was like, sold. I'm buying 2 or 3 of these. Sure enough did, and sure enough it was nothing but a bunch of vines. I was so disappointed, and of course I had to laugh at myself. Because like I said, that's all that grows around me apparently, or I'm pretty sure, because it's blue flowers. Like you just seen over there by my rose bush. Yeah, nothing but vines. But yeah, that, I did it off camera, but I had all that growing on the back of my porch. The morning glories, the vines, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I don't know where they're coming from, but they're all over my back porch and also on the fence. So I'll show you here in a little bit what that is looking like. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pull all these weeds up from beside the house. I need to get a weed barrier. I don't know who put all, it's mulch under here on it. There, you can see it there, but there's supposed to be nothing but mulch over here. But I don't understand. Well, okay, says the person who didn't put a weed barrier down when they planted their garden. I was gonna, yeah, how am I gonna throw shade at somebody and then do the exact same thing pretty much? Anyway, I am, yeah, it's day 3. Haha, funny. But I'm planning on getting all this cleaned up. I don't know. And I'm gonna leave these little, pavers or whatever. I don't know. I can't even think of the word. I'm gonna leave these little steps over there. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm gonna get all this cleaned up, and eventually I need to put a weed barrier down over here. Yeah, see all these vines over there? Ugh, drives me crazy. But I'm gonna put a weed barrier down and get some fresh mulch over here. I just don't want, I know it looks messy, very much. But I don't want to put new mulch down just for there to be a bunch of weeds like it is now, growing up, popping up everywhere. So that is something I am going to try my best to look into, just because I do want the house to look nice. It's not going to look perfect by any means, but that's something I do keep in mind is, I do have 2 of my 3 kids. They ride the bus, and I want them to not feel or be embarrassed when they get off the bus and be like, oh, this house is a mess, it looks messy, and just embarrass them. I don't want them to be embarrassed at all. Yeah, because my mom worked so hard to keep, the house we grew up in looking nice and spotless. It wasn't perfect by any means, but she worked very hard keeping it clean, and she worked, seemed like all of the time, up until my pre-teen years. So that's something I admire. I admire my mother, like how much of a hard worker she was, and that's just something I strive to be. But like I said earlier, I am just not there yet with, being on a routine. Like, oh, I feel like I'm talking your ears off. I am so sorry, but just, I need to do better with a routine. Like, every day when I get home, clean one area of the house, or at least get the laundry knocked out, or something. But yeah, that's a work in progress. But now I'm over here cleaning this fence off. That's just another job for another time. I need to. I think the fence right here is, well, is it fine? I don't know. But there's certain areas of the fence that I need to get replaced because I do have two good size dogs. One is large, the other one's like a medium. He's like a medium because Emma, my hound, is a bit bigger than him. But yeah, lovely ants over here also. But that was my cue to be done. But yeah, like I said, I have two large-ish dogs, and I want to make sure they stay inside the fence. I don't want them wandering off, and my neighbor does have chickens, so yeah, I'm trying to keep them all separated. But now I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess over here. And did you see that spider? Yeah, thankfully I seen it, and I was like, yeah, and I thought it, look at it. I don't even know if you can see it really good up close, but I thought it was just fuzzy. No, 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 no. It had like 1,000 babies on its back. I kid you not. I thought it, like I said, I thought it was fuzzy. I didn't know it had a bunch of babies on it. Super gross. I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave that sitting there for just a few minutes or so. So now I'm moving on to the front. And of course, this bumblebee, and I'm not terrified of bumblebees, but this bee would not go on for anything. I don't know if it had a nest or something over here. I don't know what was going on. But it kept going up and down the walkway, the pathway, and it would stay like right here. And I'm not scared of bees. Like, they can fly, well, except for the Japanese hornet. Any hornet, no, I'm not messing with those at all. Mama don't play. Mama don't like hornets. But, this bee would just not go on, and I didn't know, I don't know. I had a moment as a kid. I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. It's kind of hilarious looking back and thinking about it now. But I was at my grandparents' house, and I was on they had a very small back porch. It was very narrow, long and narrow. And this bumblebee, I was so terrified. I could laugh right now. I'm trying not to laugh. But it had me blocked. I was stuck on their back porch because this bee, and it was just a bumblebee, but it was right there. It would not go on. It took forever for it to finally fly off. But I was terrified. I remember crying to my mama. I was like, the bee had me blocked on the back porch. I was scared. I thought it was going to get me. It's hilarious. You just had to be there. It was hilarious. But anyway, now we're moving on to the other side of the house on the fencing. And this is where I had my garden. My poor garden. It did pretty okay. I was gonna say pretty good. It was okay. Like I said, the zucchini did excellent. Loved it. I'm going to make sure to grow a bunch of those next year because I made a lot of zucchini bread. Delicious. Highly recommend. Cucumbers did not do good at all. At all. I don't know what. Well, I feel like I know what I did wrong. I don't know why it didn't hit me. My son took some kind of class. It was like farming. I don't know what it was called. I can't think of it. It's not coming to me. But in that class, they're talking about farmers and how they have to rotate their crops. Like, even, like, think about now, I'm like, okay, the farmers near me, they will grow corn one year, and then the next year it's like soybeans, I believe. I'm not sure. But they rotate it because you're not supposed to grow the same thing in the same area constantly. You're supposed to rotate it. So I'm thinking that's what I did wrong. I put fresh soil over here and, you know, a little bit of fertilizer. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I just need to rotate. I'm going to do better next year. I'm hoping. I'm going to bring you along with me next time. I promise. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was embarrassed because I knew, deep down, I knew I should have put a weed barrier down, and I did not. And then I also thought about the rabbits. Yeah, look at all these weeds. Ugh. I'm going to do better next year. If I have to rent, I don't even know how much that's going to be. Or at least borrow a, what do you call it? A little plow. Yeah, I'm going to do something different. It's going to be different next year. New and improved. Ashley. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, this is what the front of the house and the side of the house looks like now. It looks a lot better. It's not perfect by any means. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I'm super proud of myself finally getting it done. It looks a lot better, and there are going to be some improvements coming up real soon. Make sure to leave me a little house emoji down below in the comments just to let me know that you made it this far into the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you all the motivation to tackle your yard work, and I will see you all in the next one.